Pink Sofa Hour.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
We are joined today by Yard Art, the Yard Art Band. Thank you guys for being here. How are you guys feeling today?
Pretty good.
Good, yeah.
Nice.
Saturday.
Got stuck in some lovely Saturday traffic on the way up.
Yeah.
Sure
Beautiful.
did. Yeah.
Barely made it. But
Can't have a good Saturday without some traffic, I guess. Thank you guys for that song. It is actually a semi-famous song at this point, specifically because it's on the wall.
Oh my gosh.
The High Plains Psych Exchange album, the vinyl, that is specifically the song that's on there from you guys, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Right next to
Excellent.
Primus. What an honor.
Yeah.
Well, Primus sucks, but yes, thank you. You guys deserve it. I think that's a beautiful tune, and I definitely appreciate the fact that somebody else other than Flume is using the word undertow, because it's a great word, and it has so many deep implications and sort of unique lyrical qualities about, you know, the shape of the word, specifically what it entails in so many different areas of, like, even mental health or anything like that, which you know, I'm kind of already jumping into it because I'm excited, but why don't we just kind of start off with, where did you guys get the name Yard Art Band? Or Yard Art specifically? I just keep saying band because it's your Instagram tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I kind of came up with it because, well, Nick and I are from the Northeast. We're from New Hampshire, so we went to Vermont a lot just to kind of hang out. In Vermont, there's like a lot of hippies, a lot of like homemade artists, and people put just like these crazy like welded art sculptures in their yards all the time. So
kind of just like weld out all their junk together and just like leave it in their front yard. And
oh wow!
And I just think it's like the prettiest thing. So I was like, wow, I love the yard art around here. So, and that was kind of like, that'd be kind of a cool band name too, Yard Art.
It is, yeah. It definitely is unique, and I like it quite a bit. Specifically, two words that are both monosyllabic work really well as band names almost every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So, great work.
Kind of fun to say too. Yard art.
You gotta be careful.
Sound like a pirate a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. You gotta be
We fall into that sometimes. Yard art.
Nice.
That's
That's
if you're
awesome.
like yelling it, you know, it kind of gets like more piratey the louder you like say it. It's like,
Exactly, but that's not what we're going for.
Yeah.
Well, right, and I can obviously tell based on this song that you guys just played, that is a really lovely sort of psych-oriented or psych-influenced sort of piece. What exactly is the instrumentation that you guys play that with live? Because this obviously is not the full band, nor is it specifically the instruments you guys use when you play, right?
Yeah, I usually play a 12-string electric on that. We have a synth player. He's kind of like, almost like borders on like sound effects guy. And then, just a bass player, drums, and...
I'll do the full kit.
Yeah.
Usually, not just a blanket on some tom and a snare.
Although you're killing it on that, you know.
Oh,
maybe
thanks.
you should pick it up more often.
Yeah, right?
It definitely adds quite a texture to the whole thing with the giant blanket making it
Yeah,
look like you have
definitely.
enormous legs.
Yeah.
But specifically, you know, those little ghost notes and stuff and the different sort of like rhythmic patterns that you're building between these two drums alone is a lot that at least tells me how it would kind of sound on a kit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tried to keep the rhythm pretty much the same. Yeah. Can't do all the same fills, but yeah. Pretty
Super
much
cool.
exactly what I play, probably. Yeah.
Very cool. And you guys mentioned you're from the Northeast. You guys are
Yeah,
not the first band on the sofa that has emigrated to Colorado. So welcome. Did you guys all come from the Northeast, or specifically just Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
And Nick?
Yeah, we came from New Hampshire. Ben moved over from New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
also Northeasterner.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Okay.
met him out here though.
You guys met Ben out here.
Out here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And did the project sort of start as a collaboration between you two?
Yeah. So I met Nick a long time ago. We're married. So yeah, we've basically been playing together for like almost 7 years now.
Nice.
And-
Also not the first married couple that has been
Yeah.
on the
Nice.
sofa. Yes.
That makes
Cool.
sense, you know. Spend
Yeah.
a lot of time together,
Right.
write a bunch of
Similar
music together,
interests.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you guys came out here, was yard art already a thing, or did you kind of build the band around the process of discovering people that you wanted to play with?
A lot of the songs were written already. The songs that we're playing right now, like a lot of them were written, but we had a lot of trouble finding a band in New Hampshire. So that's kind of why we wanted to move to Denver too, because there's a bigger music scene here and stuff. And definitely the songs have like changed since we've met Ben and like Jake, our synth player, and Clint, our bass player. So like they've definitely like grown, but a lot of the structure was there already.
Cool. So we didn't really do introductions either because again I just jumped into getting excited about the song because it's a great song. But Caitlin, why don't you guys just introduce yourselves, please? I'm bad at this.
We know more.
Yeah.
I'm Caitlin. I'm the lead singer and lead guitar player, and I write most of the music for Yard Art.
I'm Ben. Obviously, I play the drums. I do a lot of the recording stuff. You know, lead on a lot of that.
Yeah, did all the
Pretty much
all the
my
mixing
role.
too.
Mixing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Nick. I play rhythm guitar. Do a lot of the booking and stuff too. Kind of a good division of
Yeah, labor.
here. Yeah.
It's always important in any good relationship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the other two members, Jake and Clint, right?
Mhm.
I assume hopefully they're tuned in right now. If they are not, well, that's too bad. But if they are, hello. You guys just got off tour.
Yeah.
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 It's fun.
Fun short little tour.
Where'd you guys go?
Went to first up was Laramie, Wyoming. There's a pretty cool little like DIY scene there. Then we went over to Palisade, Colorado, then Las Vegas, then Phoenix, and then back home.
Yeah, we wrapped up in Golden at a local brewery. We liked it.
Nice. That was yesterday,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Lovely. You know, it's interesting. I talk a lot about what the scene is like here in Denver with people that sit on the sofa, specifically around the whole touring problem, because Denver is kind of a little island.
Yeah.
Whereas people in the Northeast have a lot more opportunity
yeah.
to
Mhm.
drive around to like
A lot of
Boston, New York
driving,
City, Philly, etc. So it's nice to see that you guys are taking it on because it's a challenge, obviously. But it also allows some of those other music scenes in Laramie and some of the smaller towns to kind of flourish a little bit from knowing that they can pull somebody in from nearby, you know?
Yeah.
Was there any favorite stories from the tour for you guys?
Fun or scary stories?
Yeah.
Scary can be fun, but you know.
Yeah. Well, first leaving Denver took like 3 hours because it was as soon as like we started leaving our place to go pick everyone up because we rented a van and got everyone kind of in and it started just like hailing. The streets were like flooding.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We were almost at our bass player's place, and his whole apartment flooded, so he had to like move his dog somewhere else, and like
Oh my god.
yeah, I wasn't sure if we're actually gonna make it to Laramie or not, but we made it.
Made it.
It took a long time.
Brutal.
Almost.
2,100 miles, right?
Total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
You guys make it to sound check at least in Laramie, or?
We made it there before the local opener.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's good.
it was a chill venue.
Yeah,
Nice.
that one was a line check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Was it your first time on tour?
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It takes a lot, and you guys have an album coming out fairly soon, right?
Yep.
So was the tour sort of a, I guess, promotional tour for the album coming out? Or
Yeah. Well, ideally the album was supposed to be out right before, but
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time mixing, it turns out.
That's
When you're
fair.
doing everything yourself, things
Yeah,
tend to take a
we've-
lot longer than you
we've
expect.
spent like a lot of time mixing this.
Yeah.
So. And I think it sounded good, but you know we didn't want to put anything out before we were like truly ready to put it out.
Yeah.
that's respectable.
Once
you
you
know?
get up to the last minute, it's like, all right, let's be perfectionists. You know, embrace
Yeah.
that part of ourselves.
Yeah. feel like I've been a bit of a pain in the ass the last few weeks about it.
I'm right there with
You
you,
know,
so.
it's like
It can be painful to, you know, put your baby out into the world.
Yeah.
You know, let it take its first, you know, flight. let's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, it's a dangerous world out there. Just a baby.
She's just a baby. That album's coming out July 14th. You guys said, right?
Yep.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, it's all
It's
mastered, ready to
it's
go.
ready to go.
It's, yeah.
Officially.
That's exciting.
Finally.
Is there a name for the album?
Self-titled.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I feel like there's like this like looking back and forth dynamic sometimes on the sofa.
Yeah.
I can read into what's going on. But I respect it. I think self-titled or title from one of the song titles is a very sort of common theme with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
What can we expect from this first album? Is it 10, 12, 14, 20 songs, 7? Just stop me whenever I guess it.
Yeah. I think it's 8, right? Because and it's kind of like a few pieces of music with like kind of 2 like faster like singles in it. The first 3 songs on it are actually all kind of flow together in one piece.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, it started out as 2 different songs, and our synth player was kind of messing around on something after one of the songs one day, and both the songs are in the same key. And so we kind of just like made it all like flow together really nicely. And then so those are the first 3 songs. Then we have another song that's out that's like a very long, like 12-minute song or so.
Nice.
Then then there's like a few shorter ones.
I love the 12-minute songs. I'm a huge fan. And by the way, for anybody watching, we've got Scooter back in the studio today. He's all healed up from his surgery, so he's doing well. And maybe he'll even do a little howling for us. We'll see. If you guys have seen some of the other episodes, sometimes when the guests perform, he likes to perform too.
Nice.
He's
Sing
a
along.
performer.
Talented dog.
He's a hound dog for sure.
Yeah.
Out of the songs that you guys have coming out on this album, are there any that, and this is a question very much individually directed, that you personally feel like are your favorite to perform?
Folk songs,
It
yeah,
changes.
right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
changes.
I really like folk song because that's our like super long song where it's like a song portion and then we go into like a really extended jam where we all kind of explore and like different stuff happens every time. So like that's definitely one of my favorites to perform.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Folk Song for the Flood. And but also we usually go into the song we just put out yesterday. It's a single, and it's kind of nice because we kind of all are like spaced out, and then that one has like a very like driving like bass like kind of just like a drum track, and it's much faster, kind of zones everything back in. And
Nice.
yeah, we
Sounds
put
like-
them. Yeah, we put them back to back on the album too, for that purpose.
Yeah.
As far as playing them live, I feel like a different one every time we play a set kind of pops out is like, you know, we like sink in the jam. You know, it's like a lot of improvising, so every time we play a set, it's kind of a different one for me, where we just like hit that magical
That groove.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That's cool. Sometimes Scooter's panting just gets me.
Yeah.
He's excited to have you guys here. I am too.
Thank you, Scooter.
Compared to how things were on the East Coast, I know you guys have been here for 7 years, is that right?
No. Like almost 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. You guys have you've been married for 7 years.
We've been together for 7 years.
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was a 7 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
For how long you've been here in Colorado and a part of the music scene, is there anything that you notice that's significantly different from the East Coast?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like way easier to get gigs and stuff in Colorado. It's just like lots of people doing a lot of things, and the city like Denver is like super open to like, I don't know, trying different things. Like, you know, if it's like in the East Coast, particularly where we were, and like we're kind of like the Seacoast, New Hampshire, like Boston area. It definitely felt like a bit more like kind of like a guarded scene.
I see. Yeah.
Versus like here, it's like, you know, I was just surprised how quick we were able to get onto like a gigging circuit, and if you're trying to make it happen, there are places to make it happen here. So I like it a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular venues that are favorites of your circuit?
I mean, honestly, I like playing at the brewery by us over yonder. Our synth player works there. That's actually where we met our synth player too, because he was like at the bar and we just started talking to him. But yeah, it's just like a really friendly vibe, and people just go there to listen to music, and they always have live music like all the time.
Yeah,
cool.
and it's always free.
Yeah,
which is
and
nice
people
too.
can just roll in and have some beers and hang out.
I love a good brewery that does that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys tried playing at Cannonball before?
No.
It's another brewery that does a lot of live music stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Oh.
they also have lovely beer. I love their motto. I think it's best beers you'll ever have in a 7-Eleven parking lot.
Oh, is
That's
that
the
that's the
one-
one right in Golden?
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
on-
right down the road from us too.
You guys are all in Golden then.
Yeah, Nick and I live in like Lakewood, like
Okay.
right over the Golden border, so real close.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that area, honestly. There's a lot of really nice things, and it's not quite like Boulder or Denver, so it's not as, you know, crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Easier
of
to.
fun.
Yeah. There's like trails and stuff really close
Right.
too.
That's part of why I like Boulder, but obviously here it's a little expensive and crazy. So I like to occasionally mention that we are now about halfway through the show. Incredibly. The first 2 minutes are always the hardest, and then it just starts going. If you guys would like to play some more music, this is also a great opportunity to get into that, or we could keep chatting, whatever you guys would feel like is the right vibe.
Oh, another song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus on Fifth Blood.
Yeah.
Is this the 12-minute one?
Yeah. We want to make it 12
Yeah, I don't think
minutes.
it's 12 minutes
We'll
on the.
shorten it.
Yeah.
And if you guys would like to, you know, mention anything about these songs or talk about the process or what inspired them, you're more than welcome to as well.
My tubes aren't on.
Oh, your tubes are warming up.
I turned my amp off.
Oh.
Sorry. I guess I can talk about the song while I'm waiting for my amp to come back on. I wrote this song based on a really awful dream I had. It was like a stress dream about global warming, and just like I was just like sitting on the bank of like this river with all my family and friends, and we were just like waiting for this tidal wave to come and like drown us basically, because that was like the end of the world. And yeah, I wrote a song about it. The song's not that dark though.
And yeah, recording this song, we actually we recorded it quite a few times, but we really liked one take, and we kind of took the different parts and like mixed different parts low and high and stuff. So it's kind of it is actually one live take, but it kind of almost plays more like a cut and paste kind of record or something like that. It's kind of fun to sit there and post process like a live jam like
Yeah.
that. It's
Pick
kind
out
of-
the good parts.
yeah.
Turn down the bad
Yeah, I
parts.
gotta turn down the bad parts, you know. And there's some post processing with like synths and stuff too. So yeah.
How are those tubes doing?
They're on.
Nice.
Ready?
was tasteful.
Well, thanks.
Thank you. I feel like I've just had a tasty beverage. A couple of things that definitely stand out to me is the harmonic complexity that happens with some of the chords that you guys are choosing, especially in like the progressions that you guys are working through. They really accent sort of what's going on in some of the lead lines on the lead guitar. Do you mostly play most of the lead lines on that guitar?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're cool. They have like a lot of chromaticism going on with them, and also like they don't get too fast or complex. I feel like they like are very emotionally followable, almost like you can kind of sort of like hear them, and you're like it's like you're listening to somebody talk.
Yeah.
In a particular pace and in a particular like a good orator, you know. So that's a really nice quality of that. And it's very well accentuated by, again, some of the chords that you are playing that sometimes are also kind of a very chromatic kind of choice occasionally. Also, like, that is almost the quietest I've ever heard anybody play drums.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like, drummers can be as loud as they want, but like being quiet is a skill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. He said I was the quietest drummer in the world.
Wow.
That's our flex.
Yeah.
He is the quietest drummer in the world.
I mean, fundamentally, that is huge.
Yeah.
So, another really cool thing I noticed is, and I don't know if this applies to all the live stuff you guys do as well, but do you guys finger pick exclusively?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really use a pick over.
That's awesome. Me neither. I mean, like, very rarely I'll have to pick one up, but I actually was a classical guitarist for a long time.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
So I have the little
Yeah.
claw.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, nice. It's useful, and imparts kind of a particular kind of choice sometimes in notes and rhythmic choices and how you play through a particular line. So,
Yeah, you can get like a lot of different sounds with it too. That's
Sure.
kind of why I stopped using a pick for like I used to use picks in other bands and stuff, but
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like the choice that you can get is for
Like way more dynamic control.
Mm-hmm.
You can get really quiet with your
Yeah.
fingers. It's harder with a pick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I noticed is her amp is actually really loud when we tell her to turn it up, but she's just like playing it so softly. You get a much wider range of volume.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Cool.
Right, and being able to play quietly really makes the loud sections that much more impactful, because a pick, a plectrum, has sort of like this attack that's very distinctive every single time.
Yeah.
But with a finger, like, you can get that same level of like aggressive twang sometimes to those picks, but only accompanied by the intensity of like the volume and everything else. So it definitely, I'm a big finger picking fan. Great work.
Wait.
Well, I forgot to pull up that water.
He's thirsty.
He, believe it or not, he is always thirsty. And yeah. So tell me a little bit more about High Plains Psych Exchange. How'd you guys get involved with that? How did the bands all kind of decide to come together and produce this really cool album?
Well, it was Nick's idea.
Yeah.
So we put it together.
This was the,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of said like random idea one day. It's like that'd be pretty cool. I think we could do it, and I don't know. I wasn't sure how like doable it really was. So Caitlin and I talked to Drew from Sour Magic,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know. What do you think? He's like, no, let's do it. So we met him for breakfast. We kind of wrote down a bunch of bands that we like and know, and kind of split up who's going to talk to who about it. And yeah, I mean, obviously everyone who we asked about it
Said yes.
said yes. We had alternatives, but
helps.
we didn't even need to get to them. So
So funny story, I actually found out about you guys because of Drew. And
Oh,
Sam.
nice.
Oh, nice.
He has a playlist of Denver and folk of psych rock
yeah,
that early on in the Pink Sofa career I had found them because I guess their logo also has pink in it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I saw a sticker of theirs at I think it was High Dive. No, Lost Lake. So I saw the sticker and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna look it up. And
It's like always got the pink glasses too.
yeah. And one day on his story, he posted about this playlist that he had, and so then I found it, listened to it, followed every band that was on it,
Nice.
and found out about High Plains Psych Exchange much later, because I think it was in the works when that was happening. So for me, I'm always grateful when other artists and musicians and bands have sort of like this circle that they cultivate of like, here's bands that are also similar to us, and like we like working with them, and like we're all part of like this scene, we're in it together, because it's really annoying to experience the opposite, which we've already kind of talked about a little bit with the East Coast stuff, specifically when people are kind of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, or difficult to work with, or like, oh, they're in our genre, so they're our direct competitors, we don't like to talk to them and stuff like that. It's like, don't be stupid.
Yeah, definitely. We're all on the same team.
Yeah.
That's something I really like about the scene here in general. It feels
Mhm.
like
Yeah, there's a community, like every time we see a show at Lost Lake, like you see the same group of people,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just cool to just reconnect with people every couple months, or however often you go to those shows. And there's a lot of good psych bands around, so yeah, it's a great idea to put that together.
Yeah, Caitlin and I always joke about leaving Lost Lake. We're like, all right, it's time to go, and it's like a video game level, like Escape from Lost Lake. So
Gotta
you
say
see
bye to
everyone,
everybody.
you're like, oh, it's like, the door's right there, and it takes like 45 minutes to get
Do
out.
rounds, say
Dodging
bye.
people, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the Irish goodbye is really tough sometimes.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask about this shirt, which, by the way, I love it. Thank you so much. You guys tie-dyed them yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
Very cool. What is the deal with this incredible logo? Where did it come from? It's really friggin' cool.
Thank you. I made it. I painted that, and I painted that as kind of like our first project idea here for the logo, but I really liked it, so I brought it for yard art too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. She painted the High Plains Psych Exchange
Did all the art for High
art
Plains
there
too.
too.
Do you exclusively paint in swirls? Or?
It looks like I try not to. I try to expand
Okay.
away from swirls sometimes, you know. They're kind of addictive though.
It's swirly music though, you know.
Yeah.
It is swirling.
You gotta fit the
That's
mood.
Great descriptor. Definitely. Cool. The next big thing you guys have coming up is Sykes Peak, right? How'd you guys get involved with that? Super cool festival, by the way,
yeah.
happening. Is it Bailey? Durango?
It's
Moffat?
happening in Moffat.
Moffat.
Now. Yeah.
I've never even been to Moffat. I don't.
Me neither.
I think we
So.
like passed it the other day though.
Oh yeah.
I think it's somewhere kind of off.
Yeah, it's near like sand
285.
dunes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Park.
Were you guys invited to be a part of it? Did you know somebody who was already playing and they recommended you?
I think we just applied.
Yeah, we applied.
And yeah, we knew some of the bands who were in it and stuff. So.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a camping festival.
Yeah.
July 14th and 15th.
15th.
Right?
Mhm.
Friday, Saturday. That's coming up in 2 weeks. You guys, I assume, are going to also be camping it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, super excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's like, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like just like a big celebration of the scene. We're gonna see, you know, everyone who's like part of it. Everyone's gonna be there. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Have you guys been camping before?
Yeah.
In Colorado, I should say.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Any favorite camping spots?
We haven't camped very successfully. We tried to camp in November one time, and we actually had to leave because it was so cold.
We didn't have the right gear up at Red
Yeah.
Feathers Lake.
Yeah. For some reason, we're never doing it like in the summer when you're supposed to camp. We like the shoulder seasons, and we don't have sleeping bags for that.
Yeah, it's tough. It gets really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did backpack one time in Golden Gate Canyon State Park. That was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
You call them shoulder seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like the end of the warm seasons, kind of, or
People call
beginning.
that. Yeah. Not like the super hot or super cold.
Yeah.
Like
I've just never heard it called that. I like that. Huh. I'm gonna use that someday. That could almost be like a good band name. Shoulder
Sure.
Shoulder season. Yeah.
Dibs. Dibs. Anybody who's watching. Cool. Well, I am sure you guys will have a blast with that. Colorado in the summertime for camping is definitely when people have their best stories about it.
Mhm.
And in particular, as long as you're prepared enough for the insects, it will not end up with terrible stories.
Yeah.
It couldn't be a good camping trip without at least like one terrible story.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to play another song?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I asked that in such a loud way. My apologies.
You guys want to do the lines?
Sure.
You guys got the lines from the windows on you right now, so it's
Yeah.
actually
That's appropriate.
yeah. I always love this hour.
Yeah.
Mm. Finally, I've seen the lines that pull us up and down through time. Of masters there are none, just the burning of the sun and the spinning, skipping carousel of sky. We'll pick you up and put you down and twirl you across the swirling ground until you slip inside the sound of your demise. The lightning's bugs and then the kiss goodbye. Step outside the open sky is yours to step outside the open sky is yours to just went over more upbeat songs, so it sounds a little diminished.
I could tell. I feel like it. You said diminished.
Yeah.
Almost.
Compared to how it normally sounds to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like with the small drum kit and everything. No bass.
Gotcha. Like diminished as it's smaller, not diminished as in like
diminished
the chord.
chord.
Yeah.
Right. I was actually about to say like that one has like very major vibes.
Yeah. No.
And I was like, oh shit! Wait.
Smaller.
Was I listening?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No, that one definitely is that one of the singles that you guys kind of associate with like the album breaking up a little bit of like the slower, more psyche ones.
Yeah.
It definitely has
Yeah.
still like psych elements to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like a good like, hey, we've been in the dark zone for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Like wake up a
Yeah.
little.
Here comes
like,
the sunshine, you know.
Not so dreamy.
What is the lines mean? What is the sort of intentionality behind? I'm really bad at like hearing people singing and being able to
Oh,
like, pull
yeah.
the lyrics out.
Totally.
So
Yeah, like the first lyrics are finally I've seen the lines that pull us up and down through time. Like marionette kinda. Like puppets.
oh, cool. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. Huh. Here's another fun question for you guys. How did you all, and this is another individual one, how did you guys get started playing music? Do you have like background in like music education? Did you go for college for it? Did you like just kind of have musical parents?
My parents made me take piano lessons when I was 5 for like,
Classic.
yeah, just a
Classic origin story.
Right, yeah. Yep.
There was always a guitar in my house, so I just remember always like picking it up. My mom would teach me, taught me Blackbird and like Hey Ya by Outkast. She learned that so she could teach me. Yeah, so I was just always around. Played in a band with my brothers when I was like 13. That's when I learned how to play the drums. So just lucky he was always around me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents started me out on piano. Yeah, I also had a brother who, we changed around different instruments, but for a long time he was a drummer and I was playing guitar. So it was really easy to just get people over our house and stuff to jam. So we, I kind of just like grew up jamming with a bunch of different people and.
Yeah, it's always so great, honestly. Just being a musician that's not like hog-tied to your room.
Yeah.
To like sheet music, just like aggressively trying to learn this thing for whatever reason. It's nice to be in flexible environments and playing with others.
Yeah.
By the way, I think The Lines is Scooter's favorite song so far.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
I thought it was
into
Nick
it.
trying to sing over. I was like, what's he doing?
My voice isn't that good.
Scooter's highly trained.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's
Classically,
had a lot
right?
of lessons.
Yeah.
He actually used to be a very famous opera dog.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, Caitlin was an opera singer.
I was, yeah. I took a few voice lessons when I was a kid too. When I was like, no more piano, I can't do piano anymore. My parents were like, okay, you can take voice lessons instead.
Cool.
So.
Almost made it out of music, but
Right.
back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell a little bit of influence from, specifically in this song, since it kind of opens up with a big vocal thing.
Yeah.
It has quite a bit of operatic kind of like, what is the word, like lilt? When like the voice kind of has this like fading and like swelling quality to it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I was a big like musical theater kid, so definitely a little influenced by the musical theater stuff.
That adds
Locally.
up. That totally adds up.
Yep.
I cannot get over shoulder seasons and such. So, process-wise, I know that you guys said that some of these songs have been in the works for a long time. What is the most recent song that you guys have heard of? And how did you guys kind of come to recognize like, oh, this is not just like a jam, because it's a whole song and like we want to turn it into something special? Or alternatively, sometimes people, come to these rehearsals with ideas in mind and things are already fleshed out.
Yeah. I mostly write like the songs, like the structure. So I'll like write my part and then Nick and I work together to write his part. And then we'll bring it to the rest of the band, like basically when it's the structure's there and stuff.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, what we really do with the whole band is like if there's a jam section, that's like what we work on together too, and like obviously like learning the song. But like a lot of times the song like kind of shifts during the jam and stuff too. So like that's like I feel like a really big influence from the rest of the band is like where the jam is gonna go on this song.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Also the mood of it too. Definitely when we started playing with Ben, I noticed like a big shift in some of the mood of the songs.
Mhm.
Ben, he really does like a lot on the drums sometimes. Like in a good way, but like it's like his drum beats. I used to drum sometimes, and I was trying to like learn some of his drum beats, and I was like, "What? It's like doesn't even repeat." Like
Yeah.
but the next verse is the same though.
Yeah.
It's like very
Very cool.
long sequences and stuff.
Yeah.
Sick.
Thank you.
No.
Heck yeah. We have about enough time for probably one more song and a little bit of chatting. Usually towards the end what we'll do is do some shout outs, check for audience questions, see if anybody, by the way, is curious, we can see your messages. Specifically, I can see your messages, and I will relay them to the band if they seem like nice messages. No meaning.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions for them, feel free to put them into the chat, and we can ask them on air. But if you guys would like, we can hop into a fourth song.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good.
Sure.
You guys want to do Golden Glow, or do you want to do like Crows or something?
Oh, let's try Golden Glows.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday.
Okay.
So.
This is another one of our more upbeat ones.
Gerald Robinson says you're killing it. Wait,
Thanks,
Gerald?
Gerald.
Lady Romeo Gerald? That's gotta be the same Gerald. Gerald, if that's you, hi.
Birds on guard, the gates all call. sudden endings always surprise me.
Welcome back. That was lovely. Also, a bit of an upbeat one.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I like it. It has, I don't know what it gives me folky energy about, but it feels kind of like it's talking about the Front Range on some level. I'm not sure if it is or not, because again, I cannot understand. But that's my fault. It's nothing about the singing. I have to always look up the lyrics of songs. So if you guys get it out on Spotify, please, for my sake, make sure you do the little lyrical.
Yeah.
follow
No,
along
okay.
I don't think
stuff.
we did that.
Yeah, we didn't do it. That one came out yesterday.
Yeah.
That's
the
the one that was the single. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm the
Okay.
same way. I feel like I could love a song for months and months before I'm like, oh, this is what it means.
Yeah. I always look right away. I'm like, okay, I have to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely, you can add that information in afterwards.
Yeah.
It's for the record. No pressure or anything, but I will be judging. You guys have been fantastic guests. Seriously, thank you so much for being here. Do you have
Thank
any?
you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
problem.
fun. Yeah.
Seriously, my honor. Do you have any last minute shout outs, acknowledgements, things that you want people to know? Sykes Peak shows coming up, the album.
Shout out my mom.
Yeah.
Classic mom shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess just album's out. I guess 2 weeks from yesterday. Playing Sykes Peak. We're also playing at a new festival called Wonder Jam, put on by Riding Carpets. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's all that's for charity too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's in Westminster. Or
Maybe Broomfield. It's at Wonderland Brewing.
yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be like
yeah.
a big all day thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be like vendors and
Lovely.
music all day and stuff.
And for the record, High Plains Psych Exchange is a record that you guys put together for mental health charity.
Yeah.
So anybody who is interested in acquiring a copy, just know that it will go to a very good cause. Any specific charities you want to shout out, or is it kind of
Yeah. Second Wind Fund in Denver. They put their money towards people 19 and under, helping them get like therapists and things if they're having
Access
a
mental
hard
health
time.
treatment and stuff.
Yeah,
amazing?
that's what we decided to put the money towards.
Yeah.
That's huge. You guys are wonderful human beings. I'm honored to have you as guests on the sofa. Wishing you all the best, all the success in the world, and I will make it to one of your shows soon enough.
Awesome.
And I'll bring
Cool.
my camera, I promise.
We look forward to seeing you, and thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been really fun.
Thank you guys for being here. This has been the Pink Sofa Hour. Join us next week, please, for Dave Tamkin. And yeah, bye-bye, everyone.